Hello and welcome everyone to the Intuitive Lifestyle Success Podcast, where we explore empower conscious living to create priceless advantages for your wellness, your business, and your life. I'm your host, Master Intuitive Cathleen Miller, and today we are in January 2025. Oh my goodness, Happy New Year, everyone. This is episode number 105, and today we are kicking off the new year and with trusting your intuition. And the main question today is, what's true for you? This is such a, obviously being a master intuitive myself and working with people for so long in this and really, just always going to new levels of nuances around intuitive development, really training others around this topic. It just felt really front and center right now when I was sitting with, where to start the year in podcasting. And this is something that in our climate globally, even, and what is happening, and I'm in the US, so what is happening in America, what is happening in the world, what is happening, on so many subjects, to me, trusting your intuition is just more paramount than ever before. And relevant to everyone. I don't care what you're doing. This is not woo-woo. This is your inner GPS to be successful in your life no matter what you're doing, to support yourself, to avoid fraud, to stay in positivity. And so I want to, really do this as a contribution to help you strengthen your discernment so that you can weed through the garbage, weed through really being able to tell truth from conspiracy, get the nonsense out of the way, and be really clear from all of these distraction agendas that are really all over the place. And this can be, obviously through media, through our world, and it's just never been more important than ever before. And this is something my guides and what I've been really shown and what I'm working a lot with my private clients on is just always fine-tuning that inner discernment of what's actually true for you, what's relevant for you. Because what's relevant and important and really directly affecting one is completely irrelevant and a non-factor for another. So I think that's the first tip that I want to kind of bring forward is when you get something that is rattling your cage or maybe a scare story in the media or someone, that is really kind of impelling that you're supposed to behave a certain way or supposed to do something, you want to just stop, center, and know. So really stopping, because to me, a lot of fear agendas have an incredible urgency to them. So when there's a fearful story, a fearful threat, a fearful, theory on what is happening, where you name it, these days, when you stop for yourself and you catch your breath and you come into your heart and you ground in your body and you center yourself, and if you can get to that still waters in just a few moments, and I don't care if you're in the middle of New York City with all the noise and all of every bit of psychic kind of flow happening around you and all kinds of different speeds of energy, you can find that center. And if you're not in practice, yes, it can take a bit more. It's just like being in physical fitness. It's just, we have physical fitness and we have psychic fitness. And if you are not in good body-mind connection fitness, then this can be harder, but it is something that you can develop. So it's never, everyone has intuitive capacities. Everyone has natures. Does it come to some easier? Yes, it's just like anything else. People have some natural talents. I was born with every channel wide open. It comes very second nature to me. And yet I've worked with hundreds of people in thousands of sessions and helping so many people that never thought they were intuitive, who are now really tuned into it and really making a difference in their life. So as you begin the simple practice of, okay, here's something I feel myself triggered from it, or I feel myself activated, my nervous system's activated from this piece of information or this news story. And I'd like to, I'd first like to get my center with this, regardless of what I choose. But what I'd really like to know is what my intuitive awareness is about this. That's what you're wanting to ask, because that's going to bring up the energies to help guide you naturally to appropriate response, appropriate, reaction, appropriate choice of what you choose to do with that, because we always have a choice about it. And a lot of fear tactics, fear sales, fear agendas, there's really kind of this no choice, a have to in expectation, and so that's something to just be clear for yourself in that. Okay, so that's definitely number one. And number two kind of dovetails with that, but it's a little bit different because it's turning the viewpoint internally for yourself, and that's to get clear on what's relevant or true for you about whatever the issue is. So if there's a fear tactic of, a fear story about, all of the UAPs and all of the everything going around, and, as an intuitive, I'm aware there's a lot of different things happening simultaneously, and there's benevolent energies that are very good, that are here to assist. There are some interesting energies that are mixed agenda, and there are some, not for highest good energies with their agendas as well. So again, you don't have to have every intuitive, clarity about it. It's just being able to ask, okay, how can I just get clear on, again, what's relevant for me, or what's true, what I need to know about this that's true. Because more often than not, just asking for that energy begins to kind of more often relax your body of, oh, that's fake. Or this is a clip or an Insta reel that's actually completely, it's a like a fake graphic. It's not even a real anything, which there's a lot of those as well. And so between fake news, between altered, content, between, again, false aspects that are out there, being able to just ask to be increasingly clear, so that a lot of that is coming towards you or is around in the mix, the clearer we are to kind of elevate our vibration and be in the light of truth, and demand the light of truth for all truth to be revealed everywhere. This is also going to help for all that is kind of garbage or nonsense to really fall away faster. And so as we get really clear and we are really strong in, my intention, because your intention is so, so important here. But as your intention is to be moving through the world in a peaceful way, that you are aspiring to, a healthy harmonic, a healthy holistic life. And that may or may not be your choice or your narrative, and that's okay too. But to me, the more clean and clear that your core is, the more that you really set a standard of energy, which also helps for this intuitive kind of capacity to wake up within yourself, and then also be fine-tuned quite a bit easier for you as well. So that's definitely, number two there. And then number three is having that kind of, and again, this goes back to the stamina with practicing and developing and harnessing your inner kind of body, mind, spirit connection, so that you're have more energy in that positivity, in that positive outlook. 2025, many of you have heard this is, that year of 9, year of transformation, yes, but it's also a year that we are really galvanizing so much that we've done for the past 5 years, which, what was 5 years ago? 2020. And so that cycle, which is a mini cycle within many others, we are now galvanizing this, all that we've had to adapt to, all that we had to shed and rise into and really kind of, transform with. This year, a lot of that is going to begin to bear fruits of how we are going to live, how we're going to be moving forward. So we're moving into an incredibly powerful time where, as you focus, your energy is going to create, for better or worse, faster. Okay. And so this is where that, following your intuition, trusting your intuition, because you're going to hear a lot of people saying, run left, and you're going to quietly go, gosh, I feel like I should step right, or I should go backwards, or I should, go up, go down. So knowing the true path for you, knowing the true choice for you, knowing the true clarity of what is even real for you is really, really going to be important. But as you are prioritizing positivity, those of you, and I know many people who listen to my podcast, or maybe you're new to this, and that's wonderful, welcome. But this is something that, as we are living holistically, living positively, we really can be, we're making ripples that are going so much greater than even our country, even our planet. What we're beginning to wake up to this year is our, beyond our human experience. We're going into human galactic well-being, if you will. And you're going to hear, this is, foreshadowing of this year for podcasts, because I have quietly been working with galactic and a lot of different star beings since I was a child. And so this is something that I've quietly worked with, quietly developed with myself. It's part of why I have unique capacities, and it's something that millions of us have connections and capacities with. This is why Star Trek is as popular it is. It's why all of these science fiction realms that are, really, they're even when you're watching some of them, you might have a resonance of, wow, that's what I would be doing on the ship, or that's what I would be doing in the galactic experience. And some of that may be, a neat idea, and some of it may be an other lifetime galactic resonance of a life that you've lived on another planet, in another system, in another completely different reality or dimension. And so as we wake up to these and we begin to, again, here's the key, the biggest word of trust your intuition is trust. Because for a long time, even though I do trust, and it's easy for me because I have confirmation all day long from clients confirming, and I've had it for decades. I've been doing this work for close to 30 years now. But as I, am really, always fine-tuning, always evolving, as we all are. And remember, your intuition will develop over time as well. So another very exciting thing about 2025 is we have energies beginning to open that are going to be spontaneously opening soul gifts. And so this is something that I do in the, personal, but also the group work is bringing codes and activations to support people to kind of move into their gifts, but then also the development in it. Because between busy lives, families, what's happening in reality, it's all too easy to get distracted, to go unconscious, to really numb out, or just be really sort of sidetracked from our, core soul work or our core kind of path of optimal flow. And so this is something that, I, as a just personal encouragement to you is really to trust what you know, because when you do get quiet and you do calm, usually it's something very pragmatic and very simple that you've maybe put off, or that yeah, I'll get to that sometime. But that when you do choose it, you're going to open up for more to change. You're going to allow the next piece of information, the next, stepping stone for you to show up. And that's also the power of intuitive momentum for sure, which could be a whole nother 10 podcasts as well. So I wanted to just impart that. And also for those of you listening that are maybe interested on my YouTube channel, I have already put out several videos this year, including a group session for a global peace activation. And there's some beautiful different aspects for you to glean from, but to also go through that meditation can be very powerful. I also have a January 2025 intuitive energy forecast, as well as a blue avian transmission is there as well. So if any of those resonate, please go to my YouTube channel at Intuitive Kathleen Miller on YouTube, and that will kind of pull that up for you to see. And then also, there is the next coming up will be February 1st of 2025 will be the next group global energetic session. And so that's something that I'll probably get the theme of it about a week or so before. And that's free for others to come experience, to be able to combining our group energy for positivity, peace, for global harmonics, to be of the ascension resonance of joy and love, and really moving into a higher dimensional life experience on earth and beyond. So if that resonates for you, love to have you, love to see you. And otherwise, if you have any comments or questions, you can reach out to me at intuitivelistylesuccess.com. Always take, the questions and input into consideration for future content as well. And then otherwise, thank you so much for being here. If you are looking to do some personal intuitive development, or to have a 2025 forecast, or maybe a starseed reading and, galactic Akashic kind of peekaboo into, definitely capable to do that. So you can learn more about that on my site, again, Intuitive Lifestyle Success. So that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for being here, and be well.